Today's topic is The Truth Shall Set You Free. This is such I'm going to say a near and dear topic to my heart because I know firsthand what it can do for you to speak your truth. There are so many people who have a fear of speaking their truth, and the fears are all levels, and the fears range in, if I tell someone this, they're going to judge me, or maybe we have low feelings of self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, self-image, self-love because of a specific secret that we're keeping, and we're so afraid that if we share it, others are going to think less of us, or whatever it is we've built up in our minds about the worst case scenario if someone finds out my secret. So for me, my first time of actually standing up and speaking my truth came when I was 18 years old. I had just gotten married, and I had a secret that I'd been keeping 18 years, and I was so over it. I was so sick and tired of it. And my secret was about the secrets that we were taught to keep in our home when I was a child. Secrets of verbal abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse that escalated to sexual abuse for me by the age of 12. I was so ashamed, and I felt so worthless, and I felt so undeserving of anything. But most of all, I felt fear. Fear of speaking my truth and saying it out loud, and what would happen to other people if I spoke this truth. And so the fear not only was for myself, but it was for other people. And it's amazing how often we will keep a secret to protect someone else, but we don't stop to think about what keeping that secret is doing to us. And here's the beautiful thing that happened. When I spoke my truth, when I said it out loud, I'll never forget that feeling, because I realized the ground didn't open up and swallow me. I didn't get struck by lightning. The earth didn't open up and swallow me. I didn't create a horrible natural disaster because I spoke my truth. And that was the first step for me of this letting go. I can't begin to tell you the immense weight that was lifted off of me. And in speaking my truth, I realized this feels so wonderful to unburden myself. And each time something was holding me back, or a secret that I felt like, oh gosh, I can't admit this, I can't say this. And the second time, I think the second biggest revelation was when I went through my divorce. After 32 years of marriage, when my husband told me he wanted a divorce, I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Everybody thinks my life is so wonderful. Now my secret's going to come out about all the things that have been going on. But the thing is when we're holding on to these secrets, we're doing ourselves a disfavor. So, there is a secret that if there is a secret that you're keeping, and it's weighing you down in mind, body, and soul, it's also keeping you at low levels of self-esteem, self-confidence, self-image, self-love, self-worth. Speaking your truth really does set you free. It's like this freedom of, oh my gosh, I'm free of this now. And the people that are going to judge you, okay, they're going to judge you. They're going to say nasty things. If they do, chances are they're not. And the people who are maybe affected by you speaking your truth, that is their karmic journey. That is their sacred contract to work through. You are not responsible for anyone but you. But here's the thing, not speaking our truth really holds us back. It keeps us from reaching out to someone who could be there to help. When we have a challenge and we're afraid like, oh my gosh, I can't reach out and tell someone that I'm not making the money that I want to be making or need to be making in my business, because they're not going to want to work with me, because they're not going to think that I'm good at what I do, because I'm not making enough money at what I do. So I can't speak my truth. Or, oh my gosh, I'm not very healthy and I have some health challenges, but I can't reach out to a health coach because if I do, then this persona that I've put out there is going to be revealed and I'm going to be judged. But I've got news for you. All of us coaches who are doing the work that we're doing the work that we're doing because we've already been through that. We've already dealt with that. We've kept our secrets. We've stepped out of our secrets. We've spoken our truth. And that's why we're doing the work that we are doing, because we know how fabulous it is to be set free from those chains that hold you down, that keep you at low levels of self because you're so afraid of stepping out and exposing yourself for who you really are. But who you really are is what the world is waiting to learn from you. You have so many gifts and talents, but when you're allowing yourself to be fearful, when you sit in that fear every day, fear of someone finding out what your personal life is like, fear of somebody finding out what your relationships are like, fear of somebody finding out that your business isn't what you had hoped it to be. When we sit in that fear day after day, we create this like this energy inside of us that just weighs us down and weighs us down and weighs us down. And then every night before we go to bed, that's all we can think of. And every morning when we wake up, that's all we can think of. And then we just keep perpetuating that because we think about the fear of revealing our secret. And then we think about our secret. And then we think about the fear. And then we think about the guilt. And then we think about the shame. Then we think about the revealing. And we go into our mind about, oh my gosh, this is what's going to happen. And we think of worst case scenario about what's going to happen when we speak our truth. When the truth is, it's never as awful and horrible as we think it's going to be. Because we can create such horrible, horrible thoughts in our head. And the more horrible the thought, the more fear we create within our body. So if you have a truth that's really dying to get out of you, if you have a secret that you're so tired of holding on to, please, I encourage you to find someone to speak your truth to and experience what it feels like to set yourself free when you speak your truth and you realize, hey, oh my gosh, I had built this up in my mind, and now, instead of all that fear coming true, all I feel is relief. If you have any questions on this, I invite you to visit masteringyourbeliefs.com. Look around on the site, see what's there that calls to you, and if you have any questions, remember, ask your sensei. In the meantime, this is Nancy Muller, the one and only Life Sensei, saying ciao for now.